Are we actually going to see someone go vegan on the spot after being convinced by an animal rights activist? In this video, I'm going vegan, girl makes the connection really quickly. It seems like that might happen. Let's take a look.
So I normally ask people 3 questions. Are you okay with that? So the first question is, what do you think of animals?
I love animals. They're literally like animal versions of us.
Yeah, well, we are animals too.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I get you. I think they're people too.
Yeah.
Animal people. So tell me what you think of people who abuse animals or animal abuse in general.
It's disgusting. Like they can't talk. Obviously, they can't talk. And we can. There's a difference. The dog.
It is interesting. We all, well, most of us, think that animal abuse and people abusing animals is a horrific thing to do. Yet what we don't know is we are socialized to pay for it on a regular basis. As soon as we realize that we have that participation in it, there's very weird stuff that happens in the mental.
Dogs can't cry for help, but it's just disgusting.
I agree, they can't articulate it to us. I see them like children.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with this sound, by the way.
Really?
That's why I'm here.
Just getting people to answer questions?
Well, no. I'm actually an activist, but I'll explain that to you in a wee second. So tell me 2 more questions. What would you qualify as abuse? Or how would you describe abuse?
Even touching them, and the not even a wee smack, anything, it's just disgusting.
Okay.
So we might see why she might end up going vegan, because even a slap, she is acknowledging that that would be a horrible thing to do to another animal. But the things that we do to animals in animal agriculture or avenues like vivisection, for example, we do way worse things than slap them.
I agree. I would say mental or physical harm, because you can mentally abuse somebody too, like intimidating animals and stuff like that. So, right, the last question's harder.
Right.
You ready for it? Yeah. I'm not judging you for it, but
Oh, here we go.
because I used to do it too. But it's a tricky one for people to answer and think about. What about the animals that we take into slaughterhouses? The ones that we typically eat and wear? What about those animals?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about them?
I have.
And I'm not judging you, by the way.
No, yeah, I have, and I think it's disgusting too. But obviously, we eat animals. That is what we eat, and I don't agree with it at all. But it is food in a sort of way. But I don't know.
Well, I don't see animals as food. So if I told you, I am 56, right? I haven't eaten an animal product of any description since I was 19.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm an activist. I'm vegan, but I'm also an animal rights activist. So I go into farms and slaughterhouses, and I see with my own eyes and hear with my own ears what happens to those animals. So if you don't have to eat them to survive, and you don't have to wear their skin or their wool or any of those things, and you can buy cosmetics that are cruelty free, well then what would be the justification? That's the question I ask myself. What do you think of that? Have you ever thought of that before?
No.
Oh, no, hasn't thought of that before. You hear her say that? No, I haven't thought that before. We're not forced to think about this. It's not something we're encouraged really to think about. It's until an animal rights activist, talks to us or shares something, or we see something from an organization that we are then having a moment to think about it. And that moment can be quite tough, and we can then come up with excuses in order to attempt to justify it and feel more comfortable. But it seems like she's very open.
Have you got a justification for it?
No, I don't know.
Like I say, I'm not trying to catch you out. You've been taught since you were knee-high to a grasshopper that you have to eat animal products to be healthy and thrive and survive. That is totally not true. All the science is pointing towards plant-based diets are healthier in general. You can be an unhealthy vegan, you can eat vegan chocolate and ice cream all day if you want, but if you eat a plant-based, whole food plant-based diet, is probably the healthiest diet in the world.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay people. If you think about it, when you buy a product, by supply and demand, if you buy a product in a shop, you're paying someone to do something to an animal you would never do yourself. Have you ever thought of that?
No, I've never thought of it, but honestly, you saying it,
it's worth thinking about,
yeah.
Let me tell you one thing. I don't want to upset you or spoil your day. Can I tell you one thing that we do to animals in this country that people do not realise? So, I'm from Ballymena, and halfway between Ballymena and Cullybackey there's a pig slaughterhouse. They kill 3,000 to 3,500 pigs in there every single day. Do you know how they do it?
What they do to these pigs is absolutely horrifying.
An idea at all?
Shoot them.
What if I told you we put them in gas chambers? What do you think of that?
Oh my god, no, that's horrible.
Yeah. They say this is the most humane method. So they arrive at the slaughterhouse. Pigs are super intelligent, by the way, and they hear the screams inside as soon as they arrive, and they know. They're far smarter than dogs. Pigs are smarter than primates, believe it or not. They're the fourth most smart animal. To figure out straight away. Terrified to get off the trucks. Forced inside with electric prods and people kicking them and forcing them into the line. And then they go into a cage 3 or 4 at a time, like a steel cage. And they're dropped down into, like, it's carbon dioxide. It's a real cheap, shitty aversive gas. So it burns them, clings onto the mucus in their esophagus and stomachs, and acid burning the inside. Meanwhile, they're suffocating. You should hear the screams of those animals, because I've stood right beside it and listened to it, and it is so deeply distressing. I cannot even tell you how bad it is. So what would be the justification for me to buy bacon or pork sausages
No.
when I can go into Tesco's and buy Linda McCartney vegan sausages, and they taste exactly the same, and they cost like £1.50 for 6, you know? That's why people think vegans are weird. I'm a vegan animal rights activist because I believe that animals, like we said at the start, are people too. And you're taught when you're young to have this arbitrary line between cats and dogs.
Yeah.
We love them.
Yeah.
Somebody shoots a lion or a gorilla or wildlife hunting or fox hunting or bullfighting, that's all bad. But the things we do to animals in farms and slaughterhouses is diabolical.
I know.
Totally unnecessary. So I tend to think that you kind of agree with me on all that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I do.
Would it make you want to make any changes in your lifestyle?
Yeah.
I'm not expecting you to say I'm going to go vegan.
That's it. Like, I'm being serious. Like, that's
Wow. Kind of makes you emotional, because when you do outreach, you see, the struggle, the mental anguish that people seem to be going through, where they are trying to fight this reality, the things that they don't morally agree with, they don't find very comfortable, they wouldn't do themselves, yet they are trying to justify it with all these excuses and fallacies that we see thrown at us. So for someone to just be like, look, I am going vegan, and genuinely seem like they're being authentic with it, that's a really powerful thing, and that is fantastic. And it just shows that some people really just don't know what happens, and they need to be informed. This truth has been hidden from them, and they need to see it.
disgusting. It's terrible.
Yeah, it is terrible. As a good-hearted animal lover, I mean, people come up with all these arguments to me all the time. Oh, we've always done it, and we're better than animals, and they're all bullshit arguments.
Yeah.
People with a good heart, when you're explaining to what's happening. I'm only telling you one industry, by the way.
I know.
The dairy industry's fucked up. The egg industry's fucked up. I've been in all these places in the farms, never mind in the slaughterhouses. And I swear to God, I'm going to give you a wee card now if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping on such a shite day.
Alright.
So my sign is to get people. I am not trying to catch people out. I'm not doing gotcha videos or anything like that. I am genuinely trying to get good-hearted people like you who love animals to make a connection to them again. So
That was Clif Grant again, everybody. We have covered him on this channel. You can watch that video. We will link that video down below. Also, an amazing conversation. But it's so brilliant to see someone just getting it there and then on the spot. They didn't know, now they know, and that is enough. Let us know what you think down below. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to go vegan for the animals, because they are who it means everything to.